When you return that money, you hear the message.
Whatever is not yours, even if you kill yourself, it cannot come. But that's my opinion.
So do share the facts on Hard Fact.
Hard Fact.
Hard Fact. 3 to 6 p.m. Live on 95.1 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
This is Hard Facts.
Hard Fact.
Hard Facts.
On 95.1 Nigeria Info.
Alrighty. Good afternoon, Abuja. Thank you so much for staying with your passionate, trustworthy, and conversational radio, 95.1 Nigeria Info. How's the day treating you? I was talking with Talker Satunuke Egbija, and she was like, oh, Kim, the second episode of Medic 951 is on the system. And I'm like, today's Thursday? Already? And then she said something I'm not going to repeat on radio, like, Dorcas, you have very little faith in me, but I'm going to prove you wrong in different shades of colors, I promise you. All right, so yes, Medic 951 episode 2 we are today, and the focus will be on Medic Lassa fever, which is at 6:30 to 7. And we would also talk about something quite important today, radio. Yes, it's World Radio Day. It's a special day for me. You know, something that I started off as a hobby, something that I started off as fun and like a dare amongst my friends has become a calling, a career path for me, like a purpose and all of that. And I'm grateful for every day I get on radio, every day I get to talk with you. Having this amazing platform is truly a blessing. So World Radio Day, we'll be talking a little about that, or maybe a lot, and we'll focus on the theme for the year, which is World Radio Day and climate change. We'll ask some critical questions about what you know about climate change. And we'll be looking at the big 3 stories driving conversation today. I'm by myself, but I want to believe that you're going to keep me company all through the show. You're not going to say, oh, Kim did not have guest analyst today. We had on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was so powerful. I mean, let's make a day extra to just give you more time to talk, yeah? So I'm going to know if you tag with me from your comment and your presence on our social media platform and what I get on WhatsApp and the phone calls also. So we're live on YouTube at Nigeria Info FM. If I don't see you on YouTube, I'll be heartbroken. But if you're not on YouTube, I hope to see you on Facebook, which is at Nigeria Info Abuja. If I don't see you there, I don't know how devastated I will be. But I hope that I will catch you on WhatsApp through your comment or your phone calls, or feel you, somehow. Is it telekinetics they mentioned, where you just get to feel? You don't see the person, but you just know. Is it telepathic? I don't know what it is, but you get my gist, all right? So stick with me from now to the end of the show, from now to 7ish. We would have a great time together as we start off with the big story. Guess who is upset today? Yeah, you didn't guess right. Well, the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, he slammed the Canadian government over its decision to deny visas to Nigerian Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa and other top military officers. Ribadu, who spoke on Thursday at the maiden annual lecture of the National Association of the Institute for Security Studies in Nigeria, described the visa snub as disrespectful and declared that Canada, I'm going to whisper it, can go to hell. He actually said that. His reaction came after General Musa narrated how he and some senior military officers were denied entry into Canada for an official assignment. The Chief of Defense Staff explained that the delegation had been invited to an event honoring war veterans, but was left in limbo after the embassy denied visas to some of its members. Every disappointment is a blessing, he said. Yesterday, I was meant to be in Canada for an event to honor our veterans. Those injured in battle were invited along with other team. But while half of us got the visa, the other half were denied. It's quite disappointing, Musa said. He described the move as a wake-up call for Nigeria to strengthen its sovereignty This is a reminder that we must stand on our own, stand strong as a nation, and refuse to be taken for granted. I just deny them once, bam, and the next thing they're talking about sovereignty. People have been denied from the jump here, and I'm glad that you're feeling the pinch. Hello. So when people start to say you need to make us a strong, powerful nation where you don't even need to send an application for visa, you think the Japanese go through this, or the Koreans? If you're looking at the countries with the strongest passports, they get into hundreds of countries around the world without the need to give your bank statement and prove that you have a tie to your country and prove beyond every reasonable doubt that you're not going to go there and overstay your visa, that you're going to come back to your country. I've been denied visa before, and I'm like, why exactly? Like, you're not eligible. Why? I feel eligible. Why do you think I'm not eligible? Like, madam, please, let's not turn this thing into a bit of a soap opera at this point in time. So, yeah, it happens to the best of us at this point in time. But he says, thank you for the courage to say Canada denied you visa. They can go to hell, Ribadu replied. Even though it's painful and disrespectful, we're powerful, we're strong, and I agree with you, it's time to fix our country. This is yet another reason we must work hard to make Nigeria work. There are a lot of African countries that we, the giant of Africa, in the top 4 biggest economy on the continent. I loved it when we were just number 1 largest economy, but now we have to do we're in the top 4. I don't like that at all. Well, that's where we are at the moment. We are denied visas in some African countries also. They're like, there are countries where before now, it's either visa on arrival or no visa at all. There are quite a number of the African countries. And over time, they started changing. And we're like, oh, no, you have to do visa on arrival. Oh, no, you have to apply for your visa before you get there. I'm like, we are Nigeria. Nigerians are coming to your country and you want us to do all of this paperwork? But yes, you'll be surprised the number of African countries that will require us to go through this. And they'll actually look us in the eye and say, no, you're not eligible at this point to come into our country for no good reason whatsoever. I don't even want to take you outside Africa where it happens quite a lot at this point in time. But, we're looking at high-profile individuals, military personnel, high-ranking Nigerians. It must have come as a blow because they would have thought, oh, yes, we're government. We're going for something important for veterans and all of that. How dare you, Canada, tone us down? I've been turning Nigerians down for a very long time. Some go through, some do not. Like I said, half came, half didn't. Apparently, that's how it happens. But perhaps, some of this kind of wake-up call is important for our government to, really evaluate properly and understand where we stand. When we talk about there's this rating they do for passports and countries and all of that, Nigeria is not doing pretty well on it, I promise you. So we need to strengthen our country, our home, our image. And that's why sometimes, when people talk about Nigeria, I get really worried because you don't know how bad it is. We say only Nigerians are allowed to say nasty things about Nigerians, but wait until you want to travel out of the country. Then you will know that your reputation precedes you. You're going to Ethiopia and they're looking like you're coming to steal their airport. I'm like, why? Do you have to do this extra check for Nigerians? You're going to Kenya. I went to Kenya just shortly after COVID and they told all of us Nigerians to stay in one place. Every other person went, even some other African countries and the Europeans that came, and they had to run a second COVID check. Even though we had our COVID paper that said we were COVID-free and all of that. And they had to run for just Nigerians. I felt offended. Like, I saw, other Africans going like, why did you single us out? And then the guy replied that, oh well, Nigerians have a reputation of, like we falsify documents, and that they've had people who falsified their COVID report saying that they had no COVID and they ran a test on them and they had COVID. I wanted to ask, why did you even need to have run a test on them? But apparently they say they know us. I'm like, really? I don't know much about us. We don't falsify that much. Being a patriotic Nigeria, I have to save face outside the country. But yeah, lucky thing, every one of us killed through. Nobody had COVID. So just it's not fair what you did to us as Nigerians. And the guy just, looked. And after that, they acted very typical like Nigeria. Started demanding money at the airport. Like, oh, you guys do this here too? Ah, I see. And I gave them nothing because they wasted our time there. So yeah, it's one of the news all over the place. And The chief of defense staff got his a bit of a shocker and really was upset with Canada for doing that, but it is what it is. Yesterday, we're talking about the increase in tariff for some telecom, and I think a lot of people mentioned MTN. I had to go through their website and their social media. I didn't get to see anything. Apparently, they removed it, and they've put out an apology. Nigeria's largest telecom operator, MTN, has issued a public apology to its customers following widespread complaint about a sudden 200% increase in the price of its popular 15 gig data bundle. The price hike, where internet subscribers will have to pay 6,000 for 15 gigabyte weekly data plan, which is a 200 increase from the previous 2,000, took many customers by surprise and led to an outrage from customers on social media on Wednesday. In a message shared on social media today, MTN, in an informal conversational tone, acknowledged the frustration of its customers and sought to address the growing discontent among users who had grown accustomed to the affordable rate previously offered. The message reads, "To our dear 15 gig data bundle lovers, you dey vex. We know. We know how upsetting it must have been to suddenly wake up to a 200% increase on your favorite digital bundle. We could share several reasons and provide explanation, but all that one na story. We don't cast. We get it and we admit it. Let's just say na mistake." And MTN continued their apology by urging customers to not stay angry, saying, "In this love season, don't stay angry with us. Please forgive and forget. Your matter die. You matter die. I would never stop showing you how much we love you. Let's continue our relationship. Thank you for your understanding." I'm really too curious, guys. What did you do for MTN to start waxing lyrical? Did you guys boycott them? Because NLC has called for a boycott starting from today to the end of the month. Did you boycott them by any chance from 11 to 2? I didn't. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll start tomorrow if I see that it's gaining traction, but I did not boycott. And I don't know how it's going to be tomorrow, because I've heard a lot of people saying, this boycott is not going to work. We're easy for our business. It's not this, it's not that. I like, see, just ready to pay that tariff increase. Because if you're not ready to go through a little bit of pain, a little bit of sacrificing, then pay up. You're saying they should do what? NLC should find a better way. What is the better way? Picket their office, you say? You go picket. If they call for a picketing, would you come out and do that? Would you be able to spare time from your very busy schedule and business and decide, I'm going to take a placard, I'm going to go right in front of the offices of either the NCC or the telecom providers and say, oh, we are protesting here, the tariff increase is preposterous and all of that. You will still act like you're pretty busy. You want somebody else to do it. Whose mandatory responsibility is it to always do that on your behalf? So let's all accept that we're ready to pay a little bit more for telecom services and move on. You're not ready for that, and you're not ready to boycott, and you're not ready to picket. It's all good. All right, then. So, to MTN subscribers, that's the message. And apparently, it was just the service provider that got carried away and went 200%. That is insane, man. I think the subscribers must have done something, must have said something, or sent something to them enough for them to put out this apology and perhaps recalibrate it.
Welcome.
Let's run for a quick break.
Talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info.
Looking at, feel free to call me up on 0700 951 0000 or 0809 5974869, or you can call me via WhatsApp on 0809 9930137. We started off with a story about visa denied. Some top government official, military personnel who were going for a veteran service related program in Canada, and Canada dealt them a surprise visa denied, and now we are using strong onwards. Quite interesting. And then we looked at the kind of like very romantic apology that came from the MTN over the 200% increase in data bundle to their subscribers. And I asked that question, did you boycott today? The NLC said you should boycott starting from 11 to 2 p.m. just to register your displeasure with the increase in tariff. And I hear a lot of you are saying it's not convenient. I'm like, what's convenient for you? Serve you coffee at home and beg you? Or they should beg them? All right, now it's okay. We're all used to things going up, so let's just accept that in good faith. Our phone line acting a bit crazy this afternoon. I'll call on the engineers to please look to the phone lines. It's down for now. So call us on WhatsApp while we sort that one out. WhatsApp number is 0809 9930 Hello?
My team.
I greet you.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Big Three.
Yes. I did not boycott MTN yesterday. I think the network was even too bad to even recharge card. It wasn't a good one. Yes, it was very bad. I couldn't recharge. But I think, can I even say, who knows if our politicians have even given them ideas on how to deal with the citizens? Because I don't know. After apology, do they withdraw the 200 proposed stuff or they still leave it to run? I don't know.
For the MTN?
Are you aware, Kim?
Well, they apologize and say forgive and forget. So apparently reverting back to the old rate.
I'm very sure our government official would let them know how they deal with Nigerian citizens. That maybe you don't just take it at once, you take it gradually, and you will see. At the end of the day, give them from now to June, their aim will be achieved. They will just take it gently. Just the way fuel moved, gently is going. So I think they will tell them, hey, you don't do this thing like this. Nigeria is too sharp. Take it gently, and you will see. Anyway, we've already entered. And for those who say it's not convenient, to be sincere, if it's possible for us to sacrifice 1 week, 7 days, you might see that things. Reason why all these things keep going up because the government will hit it on us, and we won't say anything, and we will say, we will survive. They know this one will survive, and they keep hitting it on us in a hard way. So, well, we are here. I've not been expecting anything from this government, so I'm not even surprised of whatever I see.
All right.
Kim, have a good time, man.
Thank you very much. I've got one more story to throw in, but let's hear this caller first. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
I can hear you, sir. Go ahead. Odimma. Okay, your network isn't helping. I tried, but it is not helping.
In fact, I moved from my... Yes. Hello, can you hear me?
It's Rusty. Hello.
Good evening, Chair.
Welcome to the show.
This is Christy from Kuje.
Christy from Kuje, good to hear from you.
Please, concerning this increase of the team, you know that AADC has increased their tariff 300% increase they give us.
I don't know about that.
I received the bill today. It was very alarming.
Estimated billing?
90,000.
Estimated billing?
From 20 to 90,000. It's very alarming. What is happening in this country? And the president is not saying anything concerning this. It's very disheartening. And they say they are denying them visa. Why would we deny them visa when there's corruption everywhere? Please have a great deliberation. I hope they will do something about this EADC.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, for now, it's just WhatsApp you can get us on. I'm sorry about it. The other phone line is down. Sincere apology. Just call us on our WhatsApp number, which is 0809 9930 Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I say happy World Radio Day.
Thank you very much.
Because of the radio now we are getting the information.
Yep.
And appreciate you for your good work.
Thank you, sir.
For the issue of this tariff or something for that nature, people boycotting. When they say subsidy was gone, where were Labour? Why couldn't they come out to talk to the government? They deceive them for minimum wage that they are going to give them. In fact, I asked one of the civil servants that is working. He said some people get receive 30,000, some people 40,000, and some people don't even get that amount, according to him. Then now they are asking Nigeria to boycott. It's not Nigerian civil servant or when they increase electricity tariff, even when the grid keep collapsing. Even yesterday the grid collapsed. We have band A, band B, band C, and these people are using energy to power their mass. In some places, the terrorists will go and destroy everything. So why wouldn't the Labour come and caution government about what the Nigerians are going through? Now, even bank, if you are going to ATM, different bank now, you are going to be charged 100 naira. So the only everything tax, and they kept quiet. Now it's on this one. Now they say Nigeria should boycott. Then for the visa, they deny Nigeria. You can see we should stay in our house and build our house. I always applaud John Magufuli when he told his people that they are not going out of Tanzania. Whatever they will do in Tanzania. They will stay and build Tanzania, and they will treat themselves in Tanzania. But our own, if they say it shouldn't, for them to even go for treatment, what? Then our hospital will be good and our school, everything will work well for this country. I pray that they will deny them one day so that this country will be better.
Perhaps that's what we need, a bit of that shocker, and everybody now understand that you need to fix home. Yeah. Thank you very much, Selassie. I appreciate that. Talking about fixing things, I'm curious to know what you make of this next story. That's if you share the sentiment of Patrick Ikenwewe, the Deputy Director at the Department of State Services, the DSS. He says that first-class graduates in Nigerian academic institutions should be forced to join the secret agency. Ikenwewe spoke on Wednesday during the 2025 Distinguished Personality Lecture organized by the Center for Peace and Strategic Studies, University of Ilorin, Kwara State. The Deputy Director, who represented Adiola Ajayi, DSS Director General, delivered a topic titled The Role of the DSS in Security, Peacekeeping and National Integration. Now, during the event, he said, individuals with low academic performance should not be entrusted with the responsibility of overseeing the country's security apparatus. The Deputy Director noted that academic institutions should provide the Secret Service with their top graduate to strengthen the security framework. He said the security process or the recruitment process for security agencies should ensure the inclusion of the best of the best of the best talents in the country. That if I have my way, quoting him now, the best of the lot from every academic institution must be forced. I don't know, force? Like, is it Nigerian Police Force they're going to? Because if there's force, I will understand it first, but it's the DSS. It says they must be forced to serve in the Secret Service. That is how it is in the so-called developed nations. I didn't know that. Like I know in Israel, there's one examination that students take into the university. The moment you score above 70, you have no option but to be sent to the university. Tell me, how would a dullard be able to keep security in a criminal gang that is constituted of first-class people? You know, you need intellect to track criminality. So if I have my way in this country and we keep praying that we do the right thing, the academia should be able to supply us sincerely the details of students who have excelled in their various fields of studies, so they will be forced to serve in this great nation. I don't understand this force that this man is using. Good thing I don't have a first class. I missed it by a few points. Yes. However, if I did, I don't want to be forced into anything. I honestly would not want to do that. But I do get the point where he's saying it would be nice for us to get the brightest of minds. I know in schools it's about character and learning. We're hoping that if you're getting first class, you have first class character, but we know that's not how it works in the real world, yeah? That you have first class does not translate to you have integrity and you hold setting values high, or that your academic intellect translate to moral integrity at the end of the day. You could have people who are brainiac and geniuses and still very smart when they know how to play with the numbers and know how to work in cahoots with criminals. So it doesn't always translate. But he means well, though. I feel his heart is in a good place to say we need the very best. We need the very smartest who can think and like a one step ahead of whoever the criminals are or people who are trying to compromise national security or whatever. I have a problem with force, and I hope you don't use it all the time. Is the Department of State Services. It's not about force, it's about intellect. I get that. And it's about working like covertly. Is it covert and overt? All of the working to just be one step ahead of whoever is trying to threaten your peace and security in your country in any form that it translates to. So if you're smart, if you're brilliant, the DSS is shopping for people like you. It's not like there's an opening at this point in time, but it's saying to the academia, these are the kind of people we want. Hopefully, they don't compel anyone to join the DSS. You want people whose heart want to be there and who feel like this is my calling to go through the DSS to help protect the integrity of, our sovereign space at the end of the day, not people who are compelled because of their academic excellence at the end of the day. But do you even think it's about the grade you graduate with that would matter at the end of the day? There are some people who are not school smart. They're not, academically high up there. But boy, oh boy, are they street smart or what? And they know stuff. So they can be average in the classroom. But when it comes to, we know how these things, we know the control, we know how these things, they work. We know where these guys meet. We know who is planning what. They are 20 steps ahead. I just hope they don't miss it by just looking for, first class, academically sound people and miss out on those guys who know what's up at the end of the day and who really have their ears to the ground, their eyes peeled and super sharp, like their antennas are always up and like reading the room and reading the entire country. So, it really would have been nice if I didn't see too much forced into, but like forced into what exactly? All right, let's look at some of your comments on YouTube. Olatunde Ibrahim sent the first comment. Thank you very much. It says, the way you shake your shekere. You like? Okay. Hafsat Mazu says, happy World Radio Day to you, Swat, and all your colleagues. Thank you very much. Samuel Ajayi, welcome, Kim. I'm watching you live on YouTube here in Abuja. Good to know. All right. And Olatunde Ibrahim, I'm happy our leaders should learn the hard way. Joseph Chinago says, my Kim, this is just the beginning of denial. They should cry no more since they don't want to fix our own country. Happy Radio Day. And to Ifemi, I see you. Raphael from Abuja, well done. I see you. Raw City says all Nigerian officials should be denied visas to anywhere. They should stay in Nigeria, enjoy it as it is. Nigeria will never, never say never, my brother. Never say never. Nigeria will walk, and it is well with this nation. All right. Let's go to Facebook. Lucky May says, the Oracle, you're doing well. Watching from Newcastle. Lucky from Newcastle, thank you very much. And Don B. Atiwo says, good afternoon. Peter Asu, God cannot help you with what he has already given you. Nigerians like to complain and leave everything to God. Now, everyone is faulting it else. Nigerians, take back your country, is what he's saying. Let's hear this caller. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Kim. Good afternoon.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. This is Abdul calling from the City of the Sun.
City of the Sun. Abdul, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Kim.
Yes, sir.
Not until they reject us for healthcare outside the shores of Nigeria, I will not be satisfied. She is only visa that they deny them. They should keep it coming until they'll deny us everything our leaders are benefiting from outside the shores. All the benefit they get from their companies, their houses outside Nigeria. Until they start denying them all the benefits, my mind no go calm down. They should come and build this country. Everything on today is outside. Now, on this taxation going on in this country, honestly speaking, this is what we know the president for during his time of governance in Lagos State. All these things are planned. Nigerians, we are not ready to stand up. Everybody will keep saying, it's time it to go. It's time it to surpass. See, Nigerians, wake up. Let us know what we're doing. Fight for our rights. And get it right. I just pray that God should keep leading our leaders to the path. We are a great country, but we don't have good leaders.
All right. Thank you.
I wish us all the best.
Thank you very much. Appreciate. Hello.
Hello, the Oracle.
I greet you. Welcome.
I greet you specially. I greet the gods. Please send me word to the gods. I am still coming with their snap and they are cola nuts because I'm a traditional man.
Indeed you are, because
like
I
the
know
gods.
only one God, but you're welcome on board. Go ahead. No, don't say no.
If you
Say
are the
no more.
custodian for our gods.
Say no more. Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you, the Oracle. Thank you, the Oracle. Thank you. My name is DJ, and I'm calling from Kagini.
Go ahead, DJ.
The Oracle. What I want to say now, a lot of people may not like it, but however, I believe it will be the path to strengthen this country. We've gone past the era where the masses are suffering, seriously, and nobody cares. Our leaders, they felt maybe the opportunity to be there, but they forgot that God Almighty gave them the opportunity to rule. And as such, impact lives. The masses should not be suffering from this country because God Almighty bless this country with all mineral resources. From the north to the south, from the east to the west, we are blessed. But are we harnessing it? No. Are we making the most of it? No. But however, if you see every sector, I was in the VIO office day before yesterday. A license I requested for last year, August. Up to today, I've not gotten it. I was interrogating one of the officers. He was telling me, I know the way the country is. If you don't know anybody, you cannot get anything. If you don't do this. So I now told him, please, do you think the politicians can help us? He said no. And I said, thank you very much. Who can help us? Because this is cut across everywhere. We are no longer regarded in the international global states. They no longer regard Nigeria. Nobody respects us. Whatever we bring out there is not respected. I told him, if I will have my way, I will beg the military to take over this country for the next 5 years so that we will have what they call discipline. We need to be disciplined in every area. Agbero cannot be harassing anybody on the roads. If I'm a motorist dropping my wife,
All right. I think network interrupted our conversation, but I'll say you guys be careful what you wish for, because it might sound like, all right, we're going through a rough patch with the civilian government and all of that. Let's call for the military. Then you get to walk that road again. I mean, even if you're not around during the military era, you should read about it, how certain liberties and rights are denied people. What we should build on and invest our energy into is to demanding that this works, that democracy works, that, you know, people who are elected are the choice of the people who get into office are the ones who are elected by the people, the majority of the people, and that you hold them accountable and demand that they actually deliver. Who is to say if the military comes and they leave that is going to be any better? I mean, we've had military for years, one coup after the other. After they left, did he get progressively better? Or, you know, I mean, sometimes let's not be quick to say, let's go back to something that isn't even the best. Let's be able to look to the future and see how we can put the pressure where it's required to making this one work. But thank you very much. Ibrahim Jackson, that is from Airport Road, said denial of Canadian passport to our top military personnel is a good one. I wish they would extend a good gesture to the president, ministers and senators as well, since Nigerian politicians are not ready to upgrade their names. What happened to our chief of defense staff is not a good one, but for my own opinion, is an eye-opener for all of us in Nigeria. Let's build our nation. Aliyu Garikida sent that one in. And MTN implementing the tariff increase. Now they're trying to sweet talk us. I was surprised to send a message earlier, and I was charged 6 naira instead of 4 naira. Emmanuel from Airport Road till today. Canada is not Nigeria that plays hide and seek with security. It might be possible that those that were denied the visas, their name must have appeared in Canada's watch list for supporting, sponsoring, or members of, you know what, I don't know. Let's do the right thing for our integrity, says Manzo. If you're sending a voice note, I would advise your voice note to be 1 minute, 30 second tops. And that's why I'm going to stop with this one.
Good afternoon, the Queen Mother, Kim. My name is Emeka. I'm in Life Camp. Kim, when you were reading out this information, especially the Canada visa denial, in fact, I was excited. If you see the way I was jumping up and, you know, rejoicing, because some of us who have faced such embarrassing situation, and even if you cry to high heavens, nobody cares. You know, there's an disadvantage in our place. You know, when an ambulance or a hearse, you know, the vehicle used to convey dead bodies, carries someone. You know, he doesn't come because it's not your relative. It doesn't concern you, so you just go your way. But when it's your relative, you feel the pain. I think America should start denying them visa. I call on even Germany, UK. when you start denying them visa, that is when they will actually know that there is need for diplomatic, a relationship between these. They don't care until it happens to them. Nobody cares. The roads are so bad. Nobody cares until maybe one of them, God forbid, one of their relatives passes on that road. Then they will start knowing that something is wrong in that road. Our representative, our administrators, they don't represent us well. Look at what is happening in sports now. Under 17, Gambia, they choose Gambia over Nigeria. Nigeria have won that competition 5 times. But when it's time for wild card, they choose Gambia over Nigeria. They have not even explained to us the criteria used to exclude Nigeria from that competition. All right. But nobody will say some of our leaders are so selfish that it's just their own.
All right. Thank you very much. Very long. Keep your voice note short, but thank you for your message. It's very disrespectful for Canada to deny our chief of army staff or any of their team the visa. The telecom companies in Nigeria should not be pleading with the people. All we need from them is to stop the increment. Oludade Abiodun's take there. The Oracle. All I have to say is thank God for the breath of life. They God hand and not man. Happy World Radio Day, says Daniel. Even in Abidjan Airport, the treatment you receive as a Nigerian is quite funny. Or it's not quite funny. But I'm sure Ribadu made such a comment against Canada because they don't offer them loan or other aid. You're telling someone far ahead of you in all good things and you're telling them to go to hell. People are funny. Nigerians are not ready. All they know is heaping blames on Labour. Who are the Labour? Are they from the US or the UK? You want them to make sacrifice of even your fingernails, but you don't want to make sacrifice. But you want heaven on earth for yourself. I shut down from 7:30 to 3 o'clock. And you will hear some people say it's because I didn't have important calls to make. But the reason is that I'm different from you, Israel. Indeed, bro, you're different from me. You pulled off what I couldn't do today. But you know what? Let's see how I wake up tomorrow. Because if you don't show that, be ready to pay more. So let's take it that way. Visa deny good morning Nigeria politicians. Lesson learned. Good. Gideon C from Guagualada. I don't blame MTN and co. It's the ripple domino effect of subsidy is gone. What has become of us? Everything has gone haywire, whilst a few fat cats are cruising. Government is for your welfare and well-being. See what Donald is doing. People go into government for the sole purpose of getting rich, dance, dramatize, then start drumming support for the next election. They play, says the Patriot. Victor from Kuba, I disagree with the DSS boss because most of the criminals like Boko Haram and Bandit are illiterate and are busy bypassing our so-called intelligence, DSS and other security agencies. Could it mean, if you're going to turn the entire statement on its head, that they haven't been recruiting the most intelligent or the brightest of the pack, and that's why certain things are going, stuff like that? I'm just saying. DSS DG shouldn't follow that path. A first class is required to join the DSS, but primary school holders can apply to rule a whole nation like Nigeria? No, it's not primary school. First school living certificate, yeah. The DSS, how did DSS boss be sure that the first class are the first class? Let them recruit all these Yahoo boys and pay them well and see if they will perform. The nation's greed collapse. No more lamentation, please. If the president is genuinely searching for solution, let him sack the Minister of Power and the head of operation. Good afternoon. Chimeze Nwafo. Lukman Adebanjo from Zamani Airport Road. Being first class doesn't determine an individual's smartness or high intelligence display. A good crammer can become a first class but can't engage in. A good crammer cannot get first class. I feel like a first class, you need to be intelligent and brilliant to get there. Honestly, you can cram your way to a certain level, but I doubt if you can cram your way to a first class. You want to cram your way to a first class in engineering? In sciences? You want to cram science? But don't joke with first class. It's not easy. I strive for it, but I didn't get there. And I know it's not cramming. So a good crammer cannot cram his way or her way to a first class. Recruitment into public service in Nigeria, which the DSS is not an exception, is mostly based on man, no man, and not on merit. The most qualified ones are not being considered in most cases. And your voice sounds nicer this afternoon. What's the secret? I'm not letting it out. As for the chief of staff, he go reach everybody since they refuse to fix our beloved country. I agree with the first caller. I don't trust MTN. I also agree with Selassie. NLC should rest. I thought they signed an MOU last week with the FG. Where's the boycott coming from? Thank God and God bless. Praise God from Niger State. Hello?
Beautiful. Sound sweet this afternoon, close to Valentine's Day. How are you, ma'am?
Fine and well. You're not even looking at Radio Day. You just fly enter Valentine's Day. I love your the way you look at things.
I'm a radio person. Anywhere I will go with my radio.
Good to know.
It's this radio that no, they know me now. My name is Mrs. Omeza. Sis.
Yes, ma'am.
On the issue of first class, I beg you people should leave this stratification of third class, first class, and what have you. I beg just leave that matter. The first class, is it from private institution or public institution? That is one. Secondly, the program.
You want to bring dichotomy there also? You want to now be separating?
That is what. Of course, yes. Ma, do you know the number of students that come out with first class in some schools compared to some schools? You are saying people do not need to cram in so area. Until leave matter for Matthias, I beg you. Because we are on radio, we cannot talk. Leave that issue. Just leave the issue of first class. I said I don't want to talk. Now, I sent SMS 6 naira. MTN. Somebody called me that she sent a lengthy message, remove 12 naira. One message, that means is above the number of words she's supposed to use. So they have started implementing it. Me, I don't even have issues with the people that are removing money. When our president says subsidy is gone, do you think it's a joke? That's the effect of subsidy is gone. No English or grammar or again body language you will speak that will just make things to fall into place, other than look into some of your policies. The ones that are working, kudos, Mr. President. The ones that are not working, see, sometimes when you take decision and it's not working, remove shame. Don't say because you're the head of the family, you don't want the neck to laugh at you. Go back to drawing board. This subsidy is gone. It's affecting everything in the country.
All right.
Even as I'm talking, you don't even need to tell me, all right, make a cut down by myself because...
Yeah. Please do. Thank you very much. I appreciate she got the cue big time. Sunday Daniel Emmanuel on Facebook says, greetings from Central Area. It's good and nice over here. All the best. It's tomorrow. My shout out to people doing Val's Day. You guys are just a step ahead already in the Valentine spirit. Kim, I hail you. MD Yusuf, I see you big time. And also, to Ifemi says, you're doing a good job. Happy World Radio Day. Thank you for being the queen of the airways. You're very kind. Thank you very much. Raphael Afro, I see you also. And his voice message. I don't think we have the time. Let's listen quickly.
Kim, good afternoon. And thank you for being with us this afternoon. Concerning the issues we have been discussing, especially this last one you talked about now, with regards to enlistment into the secret services in our country. Just like you rightly said, your performance in school does not determine how successful you are going to be as one of them. Intelligence is something else. Being able to pass examination is another thing. And from what we know, who tells you that, or who is telling you that second class upper cannot make a good secret service man or woman? Can you imagine the difference between what it takes to make first class from second class upper? Look at it. So it is not all about academic brightness. It is not all about that. It's about intelligence and being diligent in whatever you are doing. And then looking for leeways. Something that happened, how is it going to be? How is it going to be of help to you? deep thinking. Being in one of these services is more than what is being said. Even a third class, because examination is still not the best way. It's not the truest way of assessment as far as we know in this country.
All right.
We know what it takes. Some people pay to get first class. Some people pay to do a lot of things. So we know that is not all. And then,
I was saying all right on a voice note. I just realized it's already pre-recorded. Silas S. Kyonsum. I hope I got your name right. Says, Kim, I'm in love with your voice. Thank you. It's a good thing to be in love with. Comrade Joe says, visa denial is a good one to all our leaders from the president downward so they can feel what the people are feeling. Comrade Joe is listening live from Cotonou. Good to know that you're listening to us all the way from Benin Republic. I truly do appreciate that. And let's see another voice message here. People of God, if you called the Queen Mother, right? When you said Queen Mother, like, where did that come from? Like, guys just keep on making random stuff up. Does not want to tell us the secret behind the smile. Let's the cat out of the bag. Praise God. Praise the Lord. Everybody, very soon, Nigerian full family, very soon be called rumor monger. All right, I would leave your message because I don't know what you're all about there. I would leave you and your message in one piece, Emeka. And the denial of visa to the chief of staff is good. I'm happy for that. Our leader should learn from this. Deacon Emmanuel Kudiliade from Mandela sent that one in. Senator Gumpil Solomon, happy World Radio Day. Yes, I say happy World Radio Day to you also. I almost gave up on this country, but thank God today I'm doing pretty well in my tech field. Had to make a very sharp change of career and never regretted till today. Good to know. Clarification of results have not helped matters in our dear nation. It's who you know that matters. So many are roaming the street with a paper certificate. My shout out to my darling wife on her birthday today, Mrs. Doris Ojeba, aka Madame Twali, Hygienist Ojeba in Abuja. Happy birthday, Madame Twali, to you. Bob Scooter says, welcome. Providers should put my line on band C. What do you think this 70k minimum wage will do for a family of 4 with a lot of taxes glued to their minimum wage? Well, there are a lot of taxes removed from minimum wage, I think. My darling Kim is a near first-class material. You guys stop. I shouldn't have even said that. The Patriot. My goodness. There's nothing like near. Almost doesn't count in this case. It's either you're there or you're not. Oh, Joy, you agree, right? There's nothing like almost got
Yes.
near. Even by 1 point, once you miss it and the Senate of the school says, nah, you didn't get there, it is not almost near anything.
Yes, and most especially the lecturers that say first class is for the gods.
Yeah.
You just take what you get.
Yeah, I know, right? They always say that, but it shouldn't be. Which gods in first class? I'm one in my own right, so I should deserve it. But you know what? If you say that point is not enough, good. I'll let it rest. Emmanuel from Lube says, do you know that the people suffer when the wicked and the bad are in power? Okay, everybody should realize this. Oh, wow. I see. I'll let it rest. Let's join Joy for the news at the top of the hour.